You talk about Ferguson, and frankly, I agree with you. I think that's a case where there was plenty of reasonable doubt about what Officer Wilson did. But let's talk about the Eric Garner case, which a lot of people think is different. In fact, at the beginning, you said that you were troubled by what happened in the Eric Garner case, the heavy-set black man who was taken down in Staten Island. But you now say that he was not choked. It was not a chokehold. And I guess the question I have, and I ask this with all due respect, we're friends. What are you talking about that it's not a chokehold?
I'm listening to experts in the police departments around the country that I know tell me it's not a chokehold. I'm listening to certain things I've read in the media, quoting police officials and those who train police saying that this was not a chokehold. It might have been carotid restriction, but it was not a chokehold. But Chris, none of this, this all misses the point. What was Eric Garner doing? He was selling cigarettes, loose cigarettes. And the police in New York, because they're so eager for tax collection, what is being done here with regard to taxes and the state's desire to collect them no matter what, how many cops were descended on that situation? For cigarettes, how many people smoke marijuana did the cops pass by and ignore on the way to Eric Garner? You've got $13 a carton, $13 a pack in New York City. Over $6 of that is taxes. And the authorities are telling the cops, you go out and you stop that because they're so intent on collecting tax revenue. I think the real outrage here is that an American died while the state is enforcing tax collection on cigarettes. This is just absurd. And people talk about the left. They want a big state. They want a powerful state. Well, here it is. You've got to take all of it. If you want a powerful state, there's your police force acting on demands of the authorities to go out and make sure that every dime of tax is collected, particularly from tobacco. Look how we stigmatize tobacco.
Let me
to the point now that it's so despised and reviled that a guy loses his life selling single cigarettes in New York City. It's absurd.
You talk about the role of the federal government. Attorney General Holder has announced federal